What's happening, YouTube? Another day, another spot on the subject that I did yesterday in the previous video. This is a different sector though. The area I want to touch on is more so primitive awareness. It's maintaining detachment while simultaneously leading people that you encounter somewhat close to their standards. I do, like I said in the previous video, recommend separation from frequencies that don't match yours, but it takes time. You can't. It's not like you can do all these things instantaneously. Some things are so bad and so detrimental you should, and I recommend it. Like a lot of things in our lives we don't know are killing us, but are killing us. But and they're doing it on such a fast level. I'm lack of the words right now, but such an expedient rate. But other things, I don't know, man. I'll just say it like this. Like primitive awareness. It's where you're aware that there are people and things in this world that'll never be more than what they present themselves as. They never want to be more than what they present themselves as. You're basically people. It's not things. Because like even dogs, I've noticed dogs become more aware. Dogs can become more aware because they're owners. People on the other hand, like, I hate to say it, man, many types of people's consciousness are lower than dogs. Which is kind of weird if you know where I'm aiming this. But I'm just saying. And it's aimed at multiple areas. But that being said, no judgment other than judgment to build ourselves up. That awareness of their level of consciousness is beneficial. Like, okay, this person can't see where I'm aiming for. So everything I do, say, think, or communicate, or act upon is seen as foolishness. It's seen as pure idiocy, or they're a demon. I don't know. For now, it's illegal to smash on demons. So this is our choice. This is what we have to deal with. Until the purge is fully enacted, this is what we're gonna have to deal with it, and how we're gonna have to do it. Yeah. I think if it's less of fighting with them, it's response. They do a lot of things to lower your frequency. It's a lower frequency thing. It's literally lowering your frequency. If I can't get you to do things that are physically detrimental to you, I will do things. Hold on just a second. Hello. Don't do these things at home. There we go. Let's come to a stop. But if Like, say I can't physically hinder you in your life. I can't financially hinder you. I'm gonna emotionally hinder you. I'm noticing these patterns about family, females, friends, jobs. They're all the same. Like, it's not as complex as they want to confuse us. It's like, oh, like, they allow us to complain and they get the little giggles like, man, it's like demons and a weird entity is monitoring us and watching us from different meat suits. Like, I deal with my bitch after leaving my job, and she's just like the people I associate with at work. And it's like, I never left work, and then I leave from this bitch to get a break from this bitch, and then I go chill with my niggas, and it's like, my niggas transformed into my bitch. And then now, they're expressing that negative energy that I just previously experienced with my bitch and my job. It's like, wait, nigga, I'm confused. Nah, nigga, you're not confused. You're just not connecting the dots. These are all fingers, but it's one hand. Take that how it resonates. But that being said, it's like, okay, cool. What if I check all y'all simultaneously? Then what? Oh, then everybody starts flipping. Then it gets weird. I'm cool with weird. I'm weird, right? I'm down with weird too. What if I start thinking for myself? Fervently thinking for myself on a level that you've never seen before. How if I start calling your bitch ass out for the trash you are, like you've never had in your life? And on an individual level, it's probably shocking. It's jarring. But on a, what's the word? On a collective consciousness, it's not. You know who I am and you know who you are. And then, damn, what, this motherfucker, I woke another up. Collective conscious speaking from one entity to another. And I'll break it down like this. Here's how you know you're dealing with entities on different dimensional levels when you're going through different things in your life. Like, it's not just a physical endeavor that you're handling. Example, you're dealing with your bitch. Say she cheated, or she argued, or she's manipulating you with tears. Any of these things, which are generally, usually all linked together in one form or fashion. This is for men that aren't fully asleep and have dealt with women in-depthly. If you haven't, this is going to sound strange to you, and you're still stuck in the matrix. And you'll probably A, be stuck in there forever, or B, you're never going to wake up. If this doesn't relate to you. But with said levels of manipulation included with all that deception, once you express that, hey, I'm not asleep, I see you're crying even though you're wrong, trying to get away with wrongness by tugging on my guilt factor, my sympathy factor, my love factor, all these other things. You're trying to use me against me to hurt me and benefit you simultaneously. Whatever way you want to articulate it. Basically, it comes out as that, look, I'm not buying your bullshit. Your used pussy hole, there's no power here. Basically, or whatever stupid ass, or I can't use the fake image of what you have of me in your head. It doesn't work. You relay that to her. 9 times out of 10, because not all women are like this, but 9 times out of 10, the real demon will come out. And then you'll see this monster for what it really is. And I've seen this a few times. And it's not just for women, but this is a prime example. They are the main ones doing this shit. You'll see it, and you're like, damn, bitch, you're cold, you're vindictive, wicked. You had a plan. There was no, when you figured out there was no control through emotion, then you just like, okay, fuck it, let's go scorched earth. Let's do the best for the dark side team. That's the real being that you're dealing with behind the mask. That's the real entity that you're always combating. It's in nature a coward, but it's real vicious at the same time. It's vicious as a pit bull, but it's weak as a coward. Like, snakes are dangerous, but only because it hasn't struck yet. Once it's extended, it's weak. There's no more options. None. Hold up. It's intimidating, but it's not necessarily as dangerous as our mind tells us. A lot of the issues can be alleviated. Said goes for people that also take advice from snakes. It can be dangerous, but after the strike, it's as harmless as a baby. Depending on if you survive that venom. Depending on how thick your hide is. That's when the real vitriol comes out, after the venom too. Because when they realized they couldn't destroy you, manipulate you, control you, and I know my perception is slightly different, not too much, but slightly different, because I'm being gang stalked and monitored, and I've been targeted my whole life. I'll go into a spew of these, like from my own mother, it's like a family curse, which it's like I say, it's not too different. My attack is more enhanced because my awareness, the enemy, Shaitan, Hashaitan, and all its inhabitants of Sheol really hate a conscious person on any level. The more conscious you are, the more you are hated, because you can see their bullshit from a mile away, and it fucks up their game plan. Like, women hate men that are smart. Not all women are evil. I'm putting this like point blank, but you're either actively or subconsciously, accidentally, one way or another, same results, working for the wrong team. And this relates to, like, okay, I don't like a nigga that has structure, that has self-respect, and has morals, values, and stand-upness. Just the general stand-up. And then you'll find that it's also pervasive in other people, like in a whole. Like I said, your homeboys, like, nigga, what? You don't want to lollygag day after day, year after year? What's wrong with you, nigga? Your job, what? You study? Why you need time to be more educated and increase your value? Like, we value you enough, but we'll beat you to the bone. It's like, you're not worth shit. But when you are worth more and you expand on the abilities that you do have, we don't want you to expand, because our lies can't stick when it's verified, yet you're the shit. This is it's the same sentiment across the board. The harder you make it the harder you make the situation for a lie to stand in reality, the more the people that are harborers of said lie will literally seek your destruction in every form and fashion, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. And it's such a passive aggressive way at first, but then as time drags on, they'll extend it further. What I recommend you do is you take their formula, examine it thoroughly, deconstruct it, reconstruct it, and feed it right back to them in the adverse, opposite way. So, if said person wants you insecure, find things to constantly, because they'll constantly, obviously, pick away at your security to make you insecure. So constantly, with a great consistency, even greater than theirs, just by at least a pinch, 51%, increase your security. How? For people that may be insecure, competency is the progenitor to confidence. People that are demonic can't comprehend this, and even if they could, it's useless to them. But become more competent in everything. Like, you may have to do it on multiple levels because they've been building a jail cell around you. Like, so the longer you've been asleep, the more bars that have been built around you. My people, my melanated people, this also very much applies to you. The longer we sleep as a whole, the more bars they build around us. Like, we're in a time zone. Not just my people. All my people, actually. They're building a jail cell around you. Fuck it. I'm gonna let it out. But what you can't see, one you can't taste or hear or sense readily. They're building, and they've been building it piece by piece by piece. And the first step to it is acknowledging that it is such. That's the first and foremost. And you're gonna have to do it on every level. Like, deception only proves because you allow it. If you trade reality, because if you refuse reality because it's more entertaining, like women usually do. That's why I harp on it. Women refuse reality so they can remain entertained. This is literally the fastest track you can ever have to get yourself into physical and spiritual hell. All dimensions of hell, which there are many, and you'll end up in all of them just by doing this. This is where I make the divide. Not all different types of people give a fuck about the subject matter at hand right now. Some people aren't people, and other people that are people are still destined for hell in every form and fashion. Some are only destined to hell on a spiritual level. I'm not going to go on a breakdown on this right now, but I promise you I'm not lying. You are confused on any part of that conversation. You can't blindly follow anybody. Not in this day and age. You have to allow people that want to go to hell to go to hell. And sometimes tell them to go to hell. Remind them their destination. Like, for real. And this starts. And it starts slowly. Like acceptance of homosexuality, it starts slowly. Like acceptance of negative frequency. I'm gonna accept your nagging. Okay, if you love me, you accept my negativity, my destructiveness, and my slowly eroding of your strong foundation. I'm gonna pull you away from God. All things that are good are of God. I'm gonna pull you away slowly, piece by piece, from all good things. So when you look up again, you only find yourself surrounded by demons, which you often see in reality. And here's the irony thing: like, whenever I get deep into these subjects, I'm not even gonna pull it. Just believe me. Traffic around me clears whenever I get to these portions of the subject where I'm exposing, like, the devices of the devils. It's kind of weird. It's always this way, no matter what, inside or outside the vehicle. Nothing is coincidental. But with that being said, faith without works is dead. Like and subscribe, follow, holla back.